Welcome to Sports Center in Game, the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
Welcome back. I'm John Butchercross. The Detroit Red Wings have been gaining steam among hockey people as a team who could reach the finals. They have the grit up front, of course, the experience, and a great coach in Scotty Bowman, but their chances have taken a big blow. Steve Yzerman likely to miss the next 2 games because of a sprained ankle, and Brendan Shanahan, he could be out for the rest of the series. In fact, he will be out the rest of the series with a broken foot. In all likelihood, he hopes this to make back late next series. Well, of course, the upset of the playoffs last year, the President's Trophy winning team, the St. Louis Blues, number 1 in the Western Conference, falling to the number 8 seed, the San Jose Sharks. This year, a rematch. This time, the Blues are the 4 seed, and the Sharks are the 5th seed. Game 1, like last year in St. Louis. Watch Scott Melleby of the Blues hit Gary Suter. His head hits that seamless glass. Suter is down. Watch it again. They say that glass is like cement, players do. And Suter might not return to this game. He's helped off the ice. Still no score in this one. The Blues were just on the power play, had a couple of great chances, but Nabokov was the difference in net. It's all about goaltending. The rookie Nabokov against the unsure Roman Turk. This game is on ESPN2. All right, defending champs begin their defense against the Hurricanes. Early on, McGillney centering pass to Gomez. Watch it again. Gomez can't quite get the handle. Last year's Rookie of the Year hit his foot. Second try, Urbe then got there in time. But late first period, turnover, Sergei Brelin twisted wristed. Nothing but net, and after 20 minutes, the defending champions lead 1-0 first ever playoff meeting against Carolina for the Devils. While Boston Bruin head coaching news, Mike Keenan pretty much knew make the playoffs or you lose your job. Keenan has not been retained by the Boston Bruins as their head coach. It's now likely they will hire Peter Laviolette, who's been assistant for the Bruins the last 2 years, last year under Pat Burns, and this year under Mike Keenan. NHL tonight, Butchie, Bubba, and Parm on ESPN2. After that Canuck Avalanche game, we'll have Mario's playoff return, of course, the one you're watching. More on the Red Wings and what they'll do to make up for their 2 key losses, and the complete highlights of the Devils and Hurricanes.
Sports Center in Game. This intermission report is presented by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NHL and the NHLPA.
Free to move about the country.
Hi, I'm Tammy. What do you look like?
I'll take it. Me too.
To be your best. To have the energy to work hard and play hard. Getting great sleep is where it all begins. Introducing the Nautilus Sleep System. The secret is our patent-pending air chambers. Each chamber has 2 zones that interlock to support and evenly distribute your weight to minimize pressure points around your hips and shoulders. With a push of a button, your side of the bed can change from soft to firm and anywhere in between to give you instant comfort. This innovative design is only available on the Nautilus Sleep System. In fact, Nautilus Sleep Systems are so comfortable and so durable, we back them with a 90-night, 100% satisfaction guarantee and a 20-year limited warranty. You can own one with no money down and payments as low as $30 per month. Get great sleep every night and wake up each morning with the energy to handle anything that comes your way. For a free video and brochure, call or go online at greatsleep.com. Nautilus Sleep Systems, leading the way to great sleep.
You think you're ready for this? This is the show, Rook. This isn't about stats. It's about guts, instinct, and knowing the the slugging percentage of a career platoon player with a knack for clutch dingers. Warm up the modem, Spark. This here's reality. ESPN Fantasy Baseball.
Welcome back to Sports Center in Game, the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
It was the best 20 minutes of playoff hockey thus far. Intensity galore. The Penguins and Capitals no score after 20 minutes. Great start to the Colorado Rockies season this year. Mike Hampton on the mound pitching that great game at home in Coors Field. But ever since then, been tough going for the Rocks in St. Louis today under sunny St. Louis skies. In fact, a no-hitter being pitched against Colorado by Dustin Hermanson until Larry Walker breaks up the no-hitter and ties the game with one swing. 5th homer for Larry Walker, healthy again. He ties it, top of 9, still 4-4. Floyd Little, Rich Little, Little River Band, Mark Little. RBI grounder up the middle, scores Helton and Cirillo. Rockies snap a 5-game losing streak with the win, while the loss ends the Cardinals' 5-game win streak. Plenty of baseball scores for you. Good day for Jose Hernandez. Ties a franchise record with 7 RBIs as they beat the Astros 12-4. Meanwhile, top of the 5th, the Reds on top of the Buccos 6-3 in Pittsburgh. Top of 6, Braves and Mets. London Rush pitching real well for the Mets. A 1-hitter through 5 and 2 strikeouts. Ventura and Piazza do have hits for the Mets in this game, who didn't get any hardly in last night against Atlanta. And the Paws beat the Giants at home 8-3. And this one, Tony Gwynn had a hit for the Padres, and Barry Bonds gets his 2nd homer of the season in a losing cause for San Francisco. Snowman for the Red Sox behind Tomaoka. They lead the Orioles 8-2. Troy O'Leary, the big hit that gave the Red Sox the lead, which they haven't relinquished yet, a 6-run 4th. O'Leary the difference in that run. And a hole in the roof in Skydome. Blue Jays and Royals postponed. Roof panels, insulation falling from the retractable roof. That's not good. They would not take a chance on playing this game in Toronto. Indians on top of the Tigers, 4-0. Robbie Alomar, a 3-run double. Juan Gonzalez continues to produce another RBI in this one. And the Mariners, behind Edgar Martinez's offense, is a winner. Their first sweep of the A's since September of '93. The A's off to a horrible start. They have lost 7 of the first 9. Tim Hudson was rocked. Sports Center, tonight, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock in Santa Monica. Bill Pito, Stuart Scott. They'll have the question of the night, NFL TV schedule release, and the NBA breakdown. All those big rule changes announced today by the NBA. They'll talk about that in Tiger. A lot of people watched him last weekend. It's Sports Center. It's Bill Pito and Booyah, 11 o'clock Eastern. Boy, what a great first 20 minutes between the Caps and the Penguins. Rudy Poo smackdown period of hockey should be much more of the same. Great TV continues after this.
This weekend, Enterprise Rent-A-Car announces special low rates from just $9.99 a day. Friday till Monday from just $9.99 a day. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
1-800-RENT-A-CAR.
What do you want for your children? Better world? A larger life? At American General Financial Group, we help 12 million Americans build a life large enough to hold their children's dreams. With retirement services, investments, life insurance, and consumer loans. At American General, the future starts today. American General Financial Group. Live the life you've imagined.
Change things up. Get a little wild.
Mix it up with McDonald's new taste menu.
Surprise yourself. Let loose a while.
Unexpected new tastes that are always changing, plus your old favorites. So there's always something different to try.
We love to see you smile.
Hey, variety is the smile of life.
Presenting the ultimate tires for your 4x4, the Michelin LTX series. They provide a Michelin ride on the road, yet they're tough enough, rugged enough to tame any terrain.
Going a full 12 rounds is all about stamina. That's why I like high endurance from Old Spice. No deodorant protects better. And it lasts longer because it evaporates more slowly. Want proof? If you're not convinced, Old Spice will buy you a stick of your old stuff. Let me put it this way. High endurance lasts longer than I do. I'm working on that.
Are you ready for tonight's key phrase in the playoff parking game presented by Dodge? Here it is. Check your game piece to see if it matches. If it does, you're a winner. If you're not entered, go to ESPN.com, keyword contests. Good luck.
ESPN, the place to be for your NHL playoff hockey. It's been great TV. Watch it Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern. Maple Leafs and Senators from Ottawa. Defending champions adding to their total. Look at that wrist shot from Bobby Holik over the right deltoid of Archer's Herbe, and the Devils lead 2-0 early in the second period. Penguins and Capitals, a great first period. Should be even better in the second.
Hold it! Thanks.
21, please.
Like playing around with stuff? Well, at Best Buy, you can play around with anything you want. Actually, that's half the fun. Best Buy, go ahead. Turn on the fun.
Remember the days when we'd squash each other like bugs?
Yeah. Remember when you'd steal our sales guys?
And you'd borrow our patents. Now, my website links to your site.
We're e-commerce partners.
At Ernst & Young, our objective financial advice can help with any new relationship so you can move ahead with confidence.
So you want to merge?
Sure. You'll love working for me.
Ernst & Young, from thought to finish.
Hey, Mr. Toolbelt, why don't you change your oil every 3,000 miles? And remember, women know when you lie. Look, missing an oil change is like giving a woman a vacuum cleaner for her birthday. You know better. Come on, consider the risk. This is reformulated Quaker State. Protection beyond 3,000 miles under any driving condition. Can you say insurance? Because I could say I told you so. Reformulated Quaker State. It's been tested. It works. What more do you need to know?
Wonder how we got those amazing camera angles in NBA Shootout 2001? We tested out a sophisticated camera system with Chris Webber. Considering the little guy weighed 75 pounds, Chris had a pretty good game. Rated E for everyone.
This Sunday on ESPN Classic, Paul Newman in a real classic that'll leave a lasting impression. Slapshot. This Sunday night at 9, only on ESPN Classic. To get ESPN Classic, call 1-800-CLASSIC today.
ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs is brought to you by Visa, the preferred card of the USA hockey team. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. By Beck's, a beer apart. And by Dodge, the official vehicles of the NHL. Dodge different. Welcome back, everybody. Gary Thornville, Clement, and our National Hockey Night crew here on ESPN as we get set for the second period and no score. The end of one. It seems, I think, talking about what went on in that first period, if Washington is going to try and play that kind of a game throughout this series, it's over.
Well, they better hope, as I mentioned in our open, that Olaf Kozak becomes the MVP of the series, because that would literally be their only chance to win. And Kozak, to me, was the dominant player of all the players on the ice in the first period, because he stoned a couple of good Penguins chances, especially Alexei Kovalev. But I'll tell you what, I mean, you get away with periods like that against Pittsburgh if you've got Kozak back there. I agree with you. If you plan on making a steady diet of playing that style of hockey against Pittsburgh, hockey suicide.
One thing that they did do, neither Yager nor Lemieux got a shot in the first period. You can do that, then you're in pretty good shape. There you see the time they played in the first period and what they did not do. They did not get a shot. Face-off, Lemieux went at Halpern again, whacked him across the side of the helmet after the face-off, so we pick up where we left off. Connor Walchuk, Halpern, got it back in the corner to Dahlen. Dahlen tried to turn it to the middle. Lemieux was back there. Now we start out here with Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr on the same line. You see Lemieux, high stick coming. That could be on Mario. Delayed call, played by the Caps. Extra skater is out there, and there's the whistle. A high stick, I think, behind the net. It won't be on Lemieux.
I think it's a takedown that Jani Laukkanen was committing right behind Lemieux.
Minor penalty on the play, number 5, Pittsburgh, holding.
That's the man, Jani Laukkanen. So we get to see Washington's power play again. That did not threaten even when they were out there. They had a 4-minute power play in the first period and really let the rookie goaltender, Johan Hedberg of Pittsburgh, off the hook. Mario Lemieux comes out committed defensively in this period as well. Deep in his zone. That was the high stick you saw Gary pulling on Ulf Dahlin while Laukkanen was taking him down.
Well, they get us another chance at it. They had only one shot on the 2 power plays, including a 40-second 2-man advantage. 1 scoring chance. They are 0 for 2 tonight. Third chance comes just 28 seconds into the period with Jani Laukkanen out there in the hole. So the Caps get another chance. Bondra, the leading scorer, will play along the point. There he is, one-timer.
Boy, big positive news for the Washington Capitals besides just getting the lead. Peter Bondra gets credit for this goal. It'll be his first one in 7 games. He can get really streaky, and when he is hot streaky, he's almost unstoppable. If it went off anything, it went off a penguin or 2 penguins, so Bondra most likely will get credit for this. Perfect start for the Capitals here in the second period.
He led the NHL with 22 power play goals. And Bondra has put one home, and it is a 1-0 lead off the power play. An important first goal because Washington is much better able to play with a 1-goal lead after getting a goal, because then they tend to get more defensive, which is the way they play a better game. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, stays wide open whether they score first or not, and they've lost a lot of games where they have scored first. Off the near side, it comes to Kasparaitis. Got back into the middle, played by Cote. And obviously, that is a big lift emotionally for the team. Deflected up in the air, still awaiting the call on the goal. Third back off Lang. Lang had Carter Linden in front of him, but he couldn't get the puck through. Kasparaitis, dump pass into the middle of Lang. Lang trying to pass it off. Nikolajin blocked it. Capitals come right back near side. Nikolajin, save made by the youngster Johan Hedberg in his first NHL playoff game.
Smart play by Hedberg. Trust the coverage, and he had Jagr covering the wide guy. Come out and cut down the angle. But Hedberg was not able to take the angle away on Peter Bondra's power play goal. This is what Washington likes to do on their power play. Establish the shots on the point. I'm not sure that deflected off anybody, but it was definitely a screen shot. It either went off Kasparaitis or went off Hedberg. The way Hedberg reacted, it may just have gone in off the shin pad of Darius Kasparaitis.
Peter Bondra, 4th in goals during the regular season. What a year. He upped his goal output by 19 goals from last year to this past season during the regular season. He had a miserable year 2 years ago, regrouped and had a great year. Oates, Gonchar, save made by Hedberg. Talked about face-offs. The Washington Capitals had the advantage in that first period, 63%. Adam Oates is perfect, 6 for 6 now on face-offs. Touched up with the icing call. Bondra is credited with a goal, tying Dale Hunter for the franchise mark in playoff goals. He gets his 25th career playoff goal at 35 seconds into the period. Gonchar and Simon, the assists on the power play, tying first Dale Hunter, Washington all-time in the playoffs.
Such a difference in how Washington approaches the power play. Trying to key it from the top with shots from guys like Bondra, compared to Pittsburgh, who we saw in the first period, just wanted to pass chance instead of just gripping and ripping. And the Penguins are going to have to do that from the point. Otherwise, Washington's going to eat up all their passes.
Washington wants Pittsburgh to take perimeter shots and then hope to recover the shots. Oates again on the draw. Primo finally won that one for the Pens. Cleared around the near side. Klee intercepted and got a shot off. Hedberg had to knock that one down. Hedberg and Joe Sacco behind him. Sacco shot. Save made. Nikolicia and Zubris are in there looking for the rebound. There is none. Hedberg all of a sudden has become a very busy netminder.
No kidding, and he's become a good one, too. After Washington scored to go up 1-0, he has had to make 2 good saves to keep this to a 1-goal deficit. Still looks cool in there with his Manitoba Moose mask. He's got a new one, but he doesn't want to change. It's the one that got him to the NHL. He might as well ride it as long as he can. Team here from the Manitoba Moose of the International League. That was an end-over-ender that ended up right on the stick of Joe Sacco, who turned and fired. Hedberg's positioning is obviously very important on all of this. Our Southwest Airlines goaltender, you see that he went down, squeezed it. Not sure he knew exactly where he had it, but he just stayed compact, so he didn't cough it out.
Face-off, Caps not controlling it, locking him back together. Hedberg just 5'11", 185 pounds. He is not big, but he is very maneuverable. From Sweden, drafted 218th in the 94 draft. Never thought he was going to get here. Played a ton of games in the minors and got his chance this year. This morning he said, biggest game I ever played was my first NHL game. He said it was a dream come true. Yager in, Yager, Herdina in front, Yager, the shot, not on net, way over. Yager, Lemieux, and Herdina are back together again now. We've seen these lines shuffled up. Played back by Bob Butner and touched up on the icing call. 1-0 Caps. Goaltenders who come into the playoffs and start the beginning of a playoff year without playoff experience is something that's always shaky, but it's not uncommon right now.
No, that's why we've said a number of times during this season that if you thought your job was safe as a goaltender in the NHL, you better reconsider, because guys are coming from every country, and they're all ages, and they're cracking lineups and becoming starters in the NHL.
Here's the Moose numbers. Manitoba Moose. I love that mask. You're right. It's great. Beautiful mask.
Other than the fact that the color scheme doesn't really work with the Penguins colors, but I mean, if you look at it independently, it looks great.
He played in the Swedish elite leagues and then 111 games in the minors here. Shot deflected, and here means North America. Bondra tried to center that one. It hit the back of the net. Lang takes it back to Ian Moran. Shots here in this period, 5-0 in favor of the Caps. They put the heat on, and they've got the goal. Kovalev at his own end. Kovalev will back it up. Pittsburgh spent almost 3 minutes more in their offensive end than did the Washington Capitals. Turnover down low again. Lang got it out of there. There'll be no icing on this. Has to be played by Cote. Cote, Lang squeezed it off in the corner. Up the near side point. Kasparaitis holds it in. Straka, Kovalev over to get it. Kovalev, Lang, Straka on this line, and a good one. That deflects up and over the glass.
Not nearly as much room for Alexei Kovalev in this period as he had in the first period. Great play by Zettler on that one. Just stepped right up on him. But because the Washington Caps gave Kovalev some room in the first period, it was up to Olaf Kolzig in goal for Washington to be the star of the first period. And Kovalev wasn't decisive on that second chance and hit him right in the chest, and on the third one, it was almost as if in the progression of those replays, you saw Olaf Kolzig creeping into the head of Alexei Kovalev. Tried him high, hit him in the shoulder, shot it right into his chest, then shot wide.
Numbers on Kolzig. Face-off, Lemieux won it to Morozov. Now it's Stevens, Lemieux, and Morozov out there together. As again, Pittsburgh changes. Here comes Oates. Oates dished it off into the corner, went wide. Oates back on the follow-up, will pick it up. He came back to help Simon. Held in far side by Zubris, but banged up against the wall. He came back out to center. Kevin Stevens up on the check. Played back for Simon. Simon able to dump it in. Off the near side boards. Pittsburgh looking for a way out here. Mark Bergevin. Bergevin a goal and 4 assists in 36 games with Pittsburgh after he came over in the deal. That'll be flipped in. Morozov with a hit.
Boy, Washington's on their game now. Really tough for Pittsburgh to break out of their zone cleanly. Washington will send one guy in. If he makes contact, the second guy will go in. Their center stays in the middle, forms a wedge with the defenseman. Here they are again. I mean, this is now Washington is taking control here in the second.
Exactly the way Ron Wilson wants them to play. They're doing it here. Connor Walchuk dumped it back in behind the net. Lemieux came back to get it. Notice how little you have seen Lemieux actually handling the puck, or Yager for that matter. I mean, they've had a couple of chances, but they're not handling the puck very much. No chance to create. Connor Walchuk got leveled on the near side by Primo, who's playing with about as much pizzazz as anybody in the dark uniforms right now. Stevens in the blue line. Kolzig is saved. Gonchar backed it up and out of the zone on the tip. Right back at it. Laukinen couldn't get to it. It'll be sent in wide by Klee. Came up off the wall on the far side. Bob Bugner doing battle over there. Puck still up against the boards. Booker dug it out. Booker cleared it back near side. And it'll be Yanni Laukinen to move it out. Laukinen, you see the shot advantage to the Caps, and they've got the goal. Herdina, Yager out there now with Primo and Whistle as it ends up in the seats. John Buccigross.
Dodge, different update, Gary. They tried to trade him for Eric Lindros. Flyers said no. He had no goals last year in the 7-game series against the Sharks, but Pierre Turgeon makes it 1-0 St. Louis.
That's the man who's going to do it for them. All the highlights tonight following Vancouver, Colorado. John will be there with Barry and Ray. Devils opening up. Red Wings with a loss of a couple of key players. Mike Keenan fired today. NHL tonight coming up. Face-off will be at center. 14:46 to go here in the second period. The Washington Capitals have the lead. They're trying to undo the last 3 playoff series. They've been outscored 11-1 in game 1s, and they've lost all 3. Pittsburgh has won each of its last 3 game 1s, and they hadn't allowed a goal in any of those game 1s in their last 3 playoff years. Washington has ended that run here in the second period. Near side to Yanni Laukinen, who got it out. Stood up Yager, and I mean stood up and taken down. No mercy being shown here as the Caps doing what they got to do, playing that physical game. Laukinen got it away, couldn't control. Cote cleared it back. That'll be dumped into the zone near side. Intercepted. Trevor Linden behind the net. Linden looking, the collision in front. One-timer got deflected to the side. Set up right in front. Linden tried to run it through, couldn't get it. Primo was there, knocked it away, and it ends up over the glass.
One thing the Capitals want to try to do against Jaromir Jagr and Mario Lemieux is gap up. Stand up on them. Don't back in. Don't let them get any speed. I think Rob Zettler was paying attention.
Up to here in off-road is no time to discover your truck's off-road package is little more than decals, when what you really need is a burly, overbuilt suspension, solid steel and high-tech composite skid plates, big, honking 17-inch wheels, and special tires. Dodge Ram Off-Roadster. It draws a very definitive line in the mud. Now get up to $2,000 cash allowance or low APR financing on Dodge Ram.
You must be hungry. Let's go get some breakfast. Chew like the moon goddess do. Oh, yes, Trusty Wesley. Oopsie, whoopsie. Stupid girl, and they're doing you really. Poo-poo-poo. Is Daddy Waddy home from worky turkey?
When you're in desperate need of a night out, you need Broadway.com and Visa.
How super wonderful use of iambic pentameter. Whammeter.
Visa, the preferred card of Broadway.com.
Thinking of you. Love always. Jessica.
They smell so nice.
The Whopper says, nothing says I love you like flame-broiled beef. In the land of burgers, Whopper is king.
Our nation's capital this time of year, always beautiful. Cherry blossoms come out. They only last for a couple of weeks. Unfortunately for the Washington Capitals, that's about how long their playoff series have lasted. And they've taken on the Pittsburgh Penguins. This year, they hope to change that. Kasparaitis with a hit. No penalty on that. As freeing himself up on the boards was Trent Whitfield that time. Chance Oates, save made. in favor of the Capitals. Mario Lemieux. Lemieux's trying to pick it up. There he is with a hit. Puck freed up, though. Yager leaves it at the point. Deflected near side for Lemieux. Sent it back behind the net. Stevens, Lemieux, and Yager. Kevin Stevens back for Yager. There's Halpern on Yager. Back for Lemieux. Lemieux trying to backhand it in. Couldn't get it. Shot partially blocked. Centered by Yager. Came all the way to the point. Bergevin, Yager off the net. Yager had it pushed away to the near side. There are going to be some tired bodies when this baby's done. I mean, there are fights going on along the wall. And Stevens is in front, blocked by Kolzig. Lemieux puts a little cross-check on down low. Got a piece of Zettler. Held in. Barents on the far side held it in. Cleared back out the center. Both teams need a change, so the dump in by Alf-Dahlen. It hurts from way up here.
It's great. It is great. Yeah, you talk about fighting.
Here's Linden. A chance. Save made and held on to by Hedberg.
Yeah, and in the middle of a lot of it, we got great saves.
Trevor Linden with a chance. Our Nextel League leaders, since Mario Lemieux came back, these are the leaders in points since that date. Somehow there's a connection there. Yager, Lemieux, and then Joe's second.
Especially since Jaromir Jagr wasn't even in the top 15 scorers when Lemieux came back. Ended up winning the scoring title. That's what I was talking about, fighting, battling down low. Jaromir Jagr got inside of Cote and kept this play alive. And then Mario Lemieux came in and handed out this little bit of lumber to the ribs of Rob Zettler.
We haven't mentioned scratches for you. Pittsburgh, Bobby Dallas. Hans Jansson's got an elbow problem. Rene Corbeil, bad foot, cleared to play. Billy Tibbetts and Steve McKenna all out. Glenn Metropolite, James Black, Jason Marshall, Joe Ricci, and Brant Myers for the Washington Capitals. Healthy bodies out of the lineup. Mironov's got a bad back. He is injured and out. Oates on the face-off, got it to the near side, trying to get Zubris into the middle. A chance deflected wide. Chris Simon at it. Simon will try and set up in front if they get control, but they could not. Moved back out near side wall. Herdina dumped it in. Rozov got pinned up over there by Ken Klee. Herdina back. Primo takes the check from Gonchar. Herdina dug it out, sent it right through the crease. Good play by Kolzig. And Kolzig not touched that. He had a D cutting on the other point, wide open, catching in.
Bobby Buckner was right there for the back door.
Andy Larkin came back to get it, avoided the hit in part by Simon, but only in part. Lee will have to go back to center. Lee and Gonchar teamed up here. Time-wise, Kelly Johansson over 10 minutes in the first period led all players in ice time. Mario Lemieux and Jagr, even though they were in different shifts, about the same. Mario had 9:07, 8:19 for Jagr in the first. Kolzig blocked that, sent it away with Straka moving in. Ken Klee got it up to Trevor Linden, dropped it off. Linden, one of the acquisitions, trade deadline, trying to add some offense. The irony was Washington scored less after he came than they did before. Part of that was they wrapped up their playoff spot, knew where they were going to be, and it got hard to just keep the energy going.
Now, the thing about Trevor Linden is that his character is so valuable in the locker room. And besides that, he had 6 30-goal seasons in Vancouver, but I don't think they got him for offense. Trevor Linden will help keep you from losing a series far better than he will help you win the series. And that's just as important against a team like Pittsburgh. Plus, he's a bright guy. I mean, the most underrated thing about Washington is how smart they are. Adam Oates, RPI guy. Halpern, Princeton. Trevor Linden, president of the NHL Players Association. They've got some brilliant thinkers out there. And in the first period, I think they played all that smart. That's all Dahlin. He's a smart player, too. They better be at their thinking best against Pittsburgh to win this.
They seem to be doing that here in the second period.
No question. They've settled down. They're going back to playing their game. First of all, they're not just shooting themselves in the foot by turning the puck over.
No! Bear in mind what could loom as big in this game and in this series, the non-goal in the first period. Pittsburgh thought they had one. They went upstairs, a long review. It didn't cross the line. It's the kind of play that can make a very big difference in a series, especially this one. But Pittsburgh loves to get the lead and then start running and gunning.
One thing we have said that the Washington Capitals want to do is to try to force Pittsburgh to dump the puck into the zone. So you've got, look at these guys, 4 Washington guys back. Watch what they do. They just kind of create a wall. Marty Straka comes to center. Look at all 4 with one right behind here. Look, on the back check, and you've got all four guys kind of snaked across the blue line. That's exactly what Washington wants to do, force Pittsburgh to dump the puck in.
Great wall of China right there, zigging and zagging. Kasparaitis reached for it, couldn't get it. Ian Moran, Kovalev didn't get it out. Nikolition. Kasparaitis, Nikolition right in the face, and Nikolition knocked Kasparaitis down. Here's Nikolition again. Shot it down low. Bondra trying to center it at the back of the net. Ian Moran. Moran gets it up to Kovalev. Kovalev out for Lang. Could not handle. Sylvain Cote back. 1,100 regular season games. Sylvain Cote, number 3 in white. I mean, he is a crafty defenseman. Talking about smart guys. Cote is one of those. Kelly Johansson is another. Backed up near side. And Linden able to clear it out of there. Trevor Linden, Bondra. Bondra will take the chance. A good one. Hedberg, a save. He was just trying to dump that in to get a line change. He got a great shot. Stevens near side. Poke checked away by Johansson. Creating an opportunity the other way. Dowling takes it. That's deflected just wide. Pittsburgh trying to run it. Here comes Jagger in the middle. Mario Lemieux near side. That's going to be whistled on the offside. The Washington Capitals, game 1, lead it 1-0.
NHL tonight, Tuesday through Saturday on ESPN2.
Its springs are heavy. Its shocks are large. Its tires are big. Its axles are strong. Its gear ratios are gutsy. This truck should be taken off the road. Dodge Ram Off-Roadster. Now get up to $2,000 cash allowance or low APR financing on Dodge Ram.
The only thing zestier than eating a crunchy Taco Bell taco is eating 2 crunchy Taco Bell tacos. And right now you can double up on America's #1 taco for just 99 cents. 2 crunchy tacos for 99 cents. Uno, dos, zeste. Get them at the Bell.
Welcome back, Mr. Lewis. Anything to declare?
Oh, yeah. Do you ever have to make a phone call from a foreign country? You can't use your cell phone because it won't work. You can't call from your hotel room because they charge up the wazoo. You know how many drachma it takes to make a conference call? I got square coins. I got round coins. I got coins with holes in them. You want them? Take them. Take them all. Anybody want coins? Square coins? Round coins? They're useless.
Now there's a phone that does work around the world. The Nextel i2000. Nextel. More ways than anyone to communicate with everyone.
Pittsburgh's top hitter, Darius Kasparaitis, number 3 in the league, trying to dish it out. He has been doing that in this game. Nikolition decided to poke back. Like Darius Kasparaitis wanted to try and draw a penalty on that first play. That time he just ran into Trevor Linden and wiped.
Off this face-off outside the zone. It will be won by the Washington Capitals. They've got the 1-0 lead and the advantage in shots 13-10 right now. Playing great defense, forcing these kind of turnovers just like that. Helping a turnaround wide. Oh, he got a lot on that shot. Plays Jagger deep into the corner. Dowling trying to dish. Connor Walchuk taken out of the play. Lemieux still has the puck, though. Back to Lemieux. Clears it out. Stevens, Lemieux, Jagger. That's been one combination we've seen Mario Lemieux playing on. I don't think Lemieux or Jagger's had a shot yet. They didn't have one in the first period. Barron's a chance. That deflected away into the corner. Dug out by Whip. In the middle, Lemieux still looking for his first shot of the game, and we're more than halfway through it. That's a positive for Washington. But beware, it doesn't take them long to get 3 or 4 and to get it wound up. Jagger taken down, gets back up. Lemieux's in front of the net. Battling in the crease, Lemieux. Rebound shot, Stevens deflected. That one got blocked by Brendan Whip and cleared out.
All of a sudden, the Penguins' offensive muscle decided to flex. You said it best, Gary. I mean, these guys can win a hockey game in 5 minutes. They can come out and get 3 or 4 goals in 5 or 6 minute stretch, and that is why 1-goal lead may never be enough against the Pittsburgh Penguins, especially as committed as Mario Lemieux is to playing hard. This is Brendan Whitt. He's a big, strong guy. Lemieux just powered him to the front of the net. Said, I'm going to take my lunch just to make sure I can screen. Kevin Stevens banned on his shot. But it'll be a huge accomplishment for a guy like Brendan Witt if he can really do a job on Lemieux and Yager in this series.
Even number of shifts, almost even in time, and even in the other things, too. No shots and no points. Dragged back by Oates. Cleared back by Clee, deflected into the zone. No icing, has to be played. Pittsburgh got it to the near side, but not out. Good help by Gonchar. Sent around the far side, over to get it as Laukkonen. Laukkonen and Booker defensively. Primo's line is out there. He'll wave off any icing here as well. Gonchar's going to play it again. Gonchar going back. Gonchar in a great season. Fifth among defensemen in scoring. Up by Zubras. Zubras in. Taken out of the play. Hedberg the puck. And that'll get a face-off. Dennis Zubras, the 22-year-old, couldn't quite get the angle. Arviza storyline here in Game 1. Capitals have won Game 1, 5 of 6 series all-time against the Pens. Bondra, 25th career playoff goal in this one, ties him for the Washington franchise playoff lead.
Now, Arviza replays. We've got a couple of looks at this play from the first period. Was it across the line? Did it go in? Did it count? Well, we know it didn't count. Replay boost said inconclusive. And Jan Hrdina, as a result, is goalless thus far in this year's playoffs.
One that didn't go in, kept it zip, and then the Caps came back here in this period and have taken the 1-0 lead. Face off to the right of Hedberg. And Moran came over and will clear that one out of the zone. Caps, so they're dumping right back in if they can. Intercepted Kovalev. Kovalev and Yager, 4th and 5th in the league in shots and 1 and 2 on the team. Yet Washington has held both of them down here, and the rest of the Pittsburgh team as well. Kovalev, the intended, will be taken back deeper by Rob Zutler.
And the format for Washington, the approach is the same against the Robert Lang line with Kovalev and Straka as it is against the Lemieux line. Force them to dump it in. And that's exactly what Washington's been doing in the second period. They're trying to get a forecheck going, Pittsburgh is, and the best guy to try to get it back on this line that's out there is Marty Straka because of his speed, but Washington has been able to get out of their zone on every dump-in.
Zettler had to play it again. Take it out of the play by Kovalev. Puck still there. Kovalev trying to dig it out. It's under Zettler. And that will draw the whistle. Do we hear pucks going in somewhere? John Butchergrass.
You got good hearing, Gary Thorne. Dodge, different update. Back to New Jersey. Once again, it's the Devils. That's Eliash. That's Holik. Another over the deltoid goal. 3-0 double-double.
Wow.
Dodge different intermission. John will be along with the Sports Center in game. The playoff update for you. Major League Baseball scores and highlights.
For all of you who picked the Devils in 3, you may have a chance.
I said 3 1/4. I think I was off by a quarter.
You know what? To me, the culture in Carolina is one of mediocrity. 500's always been good enough. Been good enough for most of the personnel they have there. They've gotten their big accomplishment. That's making the playoffs. That's the biggest reason I think the Devils are just going to roll over them. Not because the Devils are so great, because the Carolina Hurricanes don't have any expectations other than to be average.
There is Lemieux in the corner, continuing to do battle with Brendan Witt. Up the near side, it's Johansson. Kelly Johansson gets it out. Johansson from the blue line, deflected. Hedberg will let it go wide. Stevens back, had it partially blocked by Donlin. Kevin Stevens will pick it up. Stevens seems to be skating okay with that mid leg, and a great pass. Near side, Lemieux. Here's the first chance he's had to dangle a bit. Lemieux, he turned, didn't have anybody to go to. Connor Walchuk picked him up in a hurry. Kelly Johansson down low. Lemieux tried to draw it back to the forehand and couldn't get it there. They're not giving him any space. Witt cleared it in and avoided the check that time of Mike Bergevin. Literally jumped over Bergevin right there. Bergevin will flip it high into the zone. Morozov giving chase. Played back smartly against the boards. Well, that could have been a real problem. Bouncing puck that nobody had a good handle on. Back out to center. Bob Bugner waits for his teammates to clear. Gonchar going back. Gonchar will get beaten to the puck near side. Primo. Primo centered around. Primo, Morozov on this line with Hrdina now. They continue to change it up a ton line-wise for Pittsburgh. I asked Mario this morning, I said, how much are you going to coach? He said, I don't coach. I'm a player. But even when I played before, I would always go to whoever was coaching if I thought there was something I could add to make us a better team. So that's The only goal we've had in this game came from the leading goal scorer of the Washington Capitals 35 seconds in. Power play goal. Bondra got it. Gonchar, Simon, the assist. 1-0.
Do you take this girl to be your daughter?
We're home. This is where we live.
To have and to hold.
Am I doing this right?
To love and to cherish.
She's got Mama's lungs.
To protect with all your being her 10 fingers and 10 toes.
Is it inside out?
Daddy was a little girl.
For as long as you both shall live.
You did good.
Next to you, no one does a better job of protecting the people you love than ADT. We're always there with the most advanced monitoring technology to help keep you safe in more ways than any other security company. Safe from burglary, fire, flood, carbon monoxide, and more.
Here we are, your room. This is where you're gonna sleep. We hope.
Call now to get ADT installed for as little as $99 and get a free mobile 911 phone to help protect you wherever you go. Do we promise home security you can count on?
Daddy's got you.
We do.
My pads protect me, but they also protect my goal. I know I'm laying down on the job. Sometimes it is my job.
Stretch out and catch the best hockey action with NHL Center Ice. Take advantage of this special combo offer and get the rest of this season and all of next season for just $129. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS to order.
NHL Center Ice on DirecTV Sports. I'm there.
Danny Larkin in the Trent 15:03. Fourth power play of the game for Washington. They've already scored one.
To me, that was a must trip. Jubrus was in cold. He had help on the other side.
Capitals get a chance to extend it. And the power play they have is where they make their offense work. Fourth best. They've already gotten one. Gonchar drops it. Bondro play on the weak side for the moment. They have Gonchar on top of the umbrella power play. Set up, Adam Oates cuts to the net. Back outside. Gonchar. Here's Bondro. One-timer. Hedberg looked behind him, but no. He's got it. He thought that had gone through the 5-hole, but it did not.
And I think that was unscreened, and it was still scary for Hedberg because of the way Bondra can bring it. Remember, this is how Washington works their power play. They always key it to those big shots from the point so that they can use the mass of Chris Simon in front. Kasparaitis did a good job of locking out Simon so he couldn't get over to a screen. You can see our Southwest Airlines Go Cam shows you that Johan Hedberg had a good look at the shot and breathed a sigh of relief when he looked behind him and realized he still had it. Sometimes when the puck's in you, you can feel it and under you. That time Hedberg thought that it had gone through him.
There you see the power play numbers for the Washington Capitals. Fourth in the NHL, 1 for 3 in this one. Bondra, save Hedberg. Kicked it out to Lemieux. They come short-handed. Lemieux's out there in the short-handed unit. Primo brought it in, has to dump it deep. Gonchar, Lemieux's almost able to steal it. Pittsburgh had 7 short-handed goals this year. Washington gave up 7 short-handed goals. Linden is hurt. He heads to the bench. He got hit in the right hand. Linden is going to the bench hurt. Back the other way. Washington trying to get people on the ice now to continue the power play with Linden out of there. Rolled into the corner. Ferentz trying to clear it out. Hit Dahlin with it. Stayed up on the near side. Bondra held it in. Wide open. They pass up the chance. Oates goes over to the far wall, half boards. That's where he passes from, and he can do it. He'll find a seam and hit it. Bondra's the man he wants, and he's on the far wing. Bondra cutting back in front, deflected Simon, and cleared. Mario. Lemieux going, give me a break. He put his arms up, saying, I got hit. Slash.
Well, guess what? A lot of other guys are getting slashed, too, and hard.
And I think that's what Linden got, Bill. I think somebody got him in the middle. Gonchar rips that one in. Hedberg couldn't block it. Walchuk on the far side. 22 left on the power play for the Washington Capitals, who have the lead. The Capitals 5-on-5 were only a +10. 13th in the league, 5-on-5. So power play scoring is very important for them. Hit from behind by Kasparaitis. Helped down on the man he got. Mate drops it off. Power play running out of time. The shot, Simon was in front, deflected off the side of the net and out.
Steve Walchuk just stand there, and he kept presenting the chin for Kasperitis' jab to try to draw a penalty. That's what it's about this time of year, sacrifice. Part of sacrificing is about checking and getting back. Here's how Washington is defending against Lemieux. Check this out. They've got two guys right there, that's all. Here comes Mario Lemieux on the full tear. All right? As Mario crosses the line, he decides to do a little hook back and wait for help to get there offensively. Watch this. Mario made his little hook. Now look at the number of guys Washington has back. 5 guys put their heads down, back check like crazy. And even in that one little button hook that Mario Lemieux executed, Washington was able to get back into perfect shape. As a result, there hasn't been much room for Mario to do his stuff.
His 90th playoff game for Mario Lemieux, and there are the numbers that he has put up in his playoff career. Last time, of course, he was in the playoffs was back in '97, making his return this season with numbers that absolutely unbelievable. Jaromir Jagr helped him to win the scoring title for the 5th time once Mario got back. Lemieux ended up 19th in goals, 29th in points, and 9th in power play goals, played 43 games. Into the zone, we're back to the 5-on-5, 2:46. Washington unable to capitalize on their power play opportunity, so it remains a 1-0 game. Moving into the middle, Herdina again looking to drop it off, doesn't. Tries to shoot, and it blocked back into the seats. We'll check in again with John Buccigross. John.
Dodd, different update. Many felt Scott Young was the MVP of the Blues in the regular season. Norton, Nabokov, miscommunication. Turgeon to Young, backhander, 2-0 for St. Louis, looking good.
There you see the Western quarterfinals, ESPN 2, Colorado, Vancouver, 10 o'clock tonight. Detroit won theirs, Dallas won theirs. You saw San Jose and St. Louis.
Well, true to form, the Washington Caps are eating the Penguins up with the faceoffs, almost a 2-to-1 ratio. Washington won 21, Pittsburgh only 11. And a 7-game, in one period of hockey, that's no big deal. 2 periods, maybe no big deal. 7-game series, big deal.
And that was Witt again over there. And there's another hit in the corner. We're close to a penalty here. Off comes his helmet. Witt and Lang were doing battle. Bond were doing battle. Witt gets right back up. He takes Jagr out of the play. They are frustrating Jagr and Lemieux right now.
And then Brendan Witt kicked his own helmet out of the way. I mean, no stinking helmet.
The collision cleared it in. Hedberg was going to play it. Took a bounce right off in the corner and just died there. Cleared back up. Morozov giving chase. Good angle by Klee. Klee taken down. Left it right there. Halpern's got it. Halpern trying to turn it out. Pittsburgh's trying to pick the physical pressure up here for their so-called fourth line. Again, shifting it up as Lemieux's come out to play again with Morozov and Stevens now. And that ends up going over Mario Lemieux's head and into the seats.
What a warrior Brendan Witt is, and he's going to have to be against Jagr, against Lemieux. He's got to be smart about it, though. Can't end up in the penalty box. Jaromir Jagr has worked hard in this game and has zippo to show for it, including scoring chances. Bondra took him against the boards, and you got to do things in layers sometimes against the Pittsburgh Penguins. You just can't go man-to-man. Washington knows that. That was Witt, came in and took Lang. Then when his helmet came off, he got up again and took Jagr.
Jaromir Jagr, 125 playoff games now, more than any other Pittsburgh Penguin. And he's had 135 points, better than a point a game in the playoffs. Lemieux centered. Stevens knocked down. Puck loose. Connor Walchuk cleared. Close. Penn's looking at the officials behind the play, thinking something should have been called in the action in front of the net.
You know what's really interesting, Gary, is not only are Washington playing their game, they're forcing Mario Lemieux, Jagr, and whoever they're out there with to kind of grind it down low. If they want a scoring chance, they're going to have to get it because of physical play, hard work. You know, they look like they're trying to rise to the occasion. This is how the game started. First period, Halpern got an elbow, then he speared Mario down low. The fun has continued here in the second period.
Still, they still haven't had a shot. Lemieux and Jagr have not had a shot.
Washington's doing a great job. But I'll tell you why I'm impressed with how Lemieux and Jagr have reacted. Because they're basically saying, look, if we're going to have to do it in the trenches, we're going to work hard enough to get it done. They're real close to having a real good shot and a real good scoring chance.
That one knocked down by Yanni Laukkanen. Yager Lemieux. That'll be cleared in, knocked away by Olaf Kolzig.
See, there's a shot right there.
Right there. Bouncing puck. 17-12, the shots in favor of the Caps. Washington gave up about 28 shots a game. Pittsburgh averaged 29 a game. So they're being held below that number right now. Laukkanen again. Yanni Laukkanen for Pittsburgh and Bugner. Puck is up against the wall over there, and the officials want it moved. Kovalev's trying to assist. He does. Kovalev dug it out. Will start out in front of his own netminder. Back they come. 30 seconds left to go in the period. Stevens looking for Lemieux. Lemieux's way off. Well, he wasn't outside. He brought it in. And winger in on the right by a country mile. Want to remind you, this Sunday ESPN Classic, one of the most loved sports movies all time, a real classic. The Academy Award winner Paul Newman, player coach Charleston Chiefs, slap shot, small town hockey in a most unusual way. You'll see it Sunday night, 9 Eastern, ESPN Classic. If you don't have it, call 1-800-CLASSIC. 18,000 plus on hand. They had about 3. How about the story of the tickets that were bought so the other Pittsburgh fans couldn't get in?
Ted Leonsis, the owner. The Capitals do not control the club seats in this building, and Ted Leonsis, the owner, bought 1,000 of them and then is reselling them over the internet and otherwise, but not selling them to any Penguins fans. If you have a zip code that is in western Pennsylvania, the answer comes back, forget it, we're not selling them to you.
And he admitted, he said, I don't want their fans in here. That one held on to by Johan Hedberg, 27-year-old Swede. Dan Leonsis downstairs talking with him before the game. He is some kind of fan, I'll tell you. He was inviting people up there to sit in the box. John Thompson, the former coach at Georgetown, is up there with him tonight unexpectedly. And he's just, he's a happy man.
He's done a heck of a job here. There's 2,900 season tickets when he took over. There are 12,000 now. I love what they do promotionally. They're out there beating the bushes around town with the corporations, also with the, you know, with the individuals. That is Dave Poland, the former owner of the Washington Capitals, and the current owner of this building, sitting right beside him.
Been involved in sports activity. Abe Poland has forever here in the Washington area. Every sport.
He was the owner of the Caps when I played for the Caps in '75.
Had the basketball team too. Off the straw, we're running out of time here in the period. Ian Moran will take it back. 3 seconds left to go. The Washington Capitals are going to take a 1-0 lead to the dressing room. Bondra, 35 seconds in, from Gonchar and Simon on a power play in the second period. Lemieux and Yager still looking for their first shots of the game. Yow. 1-0 Caps, John.
Plenty of action going around in the NHL tonight. When we come back, we'll have all your scores and highlights from the other NHL playoff games going on and take a peek at tonight's baseball scores. That's when SportsCenter in-game continues. Our Dodge Different Intermission report will also show you highlights from Jersey. What a night for Bobby Holik.